Hi, I'm Enchanting Nubianette. Welcome back. And if you're viewing my channel for the very first time, welcome. This year, like previous years, there's been a series of hiker disappearances all across the United States. It has raised concerns among outdoor enthusiasts, just community members in general, and definitely authorities. Now, these incidents are occurring in the East, West Coast, and states in between. There isn't a designated area, park, or trail for these type of crimes. And I'm going to highlight the unpredictable nature of wilderness exploration. It's a lot of fun. It's a great time for solitude and even being cohesive with your friends. However, it's very important that every hiker is prepared, that they're safe, thinking about so many different factors, and they hike amongst other people, which is very essential. Let's get started. On March 3rd, 2020, this year, March 3rd, 52-year-old Stephanie Womax vanished from her campsite at Table Rock State Park in Pickens County, South Carolina. This woman was last seen around 5:30 p.m. after her husband left to purchase some more camping supplies. When he returned, he noticed that Stephanie was missing along with a walking stick and a blanket. There was an intense search. A lot of effort was made immediately. This involved drones, canine units, dive teams, and helicopters. And despite all of these extensive operations, Stephanie still has remained missing. Authorities discovered some of her belongings in a mountainous area away from designated trails. This is so strange, but they'd have no other clues. And officials, they have stated that there's no evidence of foul play, and the case remains open to this day. Everyone, as I mentioned in my previous video, I like to do a lot of different things, namely hiking. It's one of my favorite hobbies. And I definitely look forward to, hiking upstate or different areas in the East Coast. But I'm really thinking more so when I heard this news, I better start going with more meetup groups because it can be so dangerous. Listen to this. In Centerville, Virginia, on February 27th, 42-year-old Michael Derek Bennett was last seen. It's believed, people still don't know, it's believed that he went hiking on the Appalachian Trail in the Shenandoah National Park area. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He left his job, went for a hike at Lake Mead National Park, and he hasn't been found. In another case, 56-year-old veterinarian has gone missing. So Dr. Sean D. Frenner was seen on video kicking a horse named Big Red using a lot of force. So upsetting, everyone. Now, what's bizarre is that this doctor who treats animals, the horse was taken to the Desert Pines Equinox Medical and Surgical Center. Big Red, due to this veterinarian, was treated for abrasions to his skull and also his face because I believe he used an object and was poking that horse's face. And the horse had several other injuries. Now, the horse owner filed charges pertaining to animal cruelty even after the veterinarian gave an apology. The doctor added that he wished it didn't happen. Yeah, I bet, after the negative feedback from so many people in the area and in the country. So there was an open criminal investigation on this doctor. Now, when he went missing, aerial marines, ground resources, like the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, the NYE County Law Enforcement searched up and down for the doctor, and even many volunteers participated in this search. But mysteriously, the doctor was found deceased on April 18th. Just last week, his keys, his wallet, and phone was found in his truck. Very odd. Now, everyone, why are so many people still hiking in these vast parks alone? In my opinion, it's way too dangerous, even if you're experienced. And while researching online, I noticed a powerful device. It's a satellite device with an SOS feature called the Garmin InReach Explorer. It's just like the Garmin GPS device that many people use or have used when driving. So, this tool is a powerful location tracker to communicate with others. And when hiking, the person can just push the SOS button to get rescued. Now, let's continue with the cases. Earlier this month, in April, a tragic incident occurred at Lake Mead National Recreation Area in Nevada, where another hiker passed away from a suspected heat related illness while on the trail. The following day, a group of 28 hikers, including children with special needs, oh my goodness, they required rescue due to inadequate preparation amid extreme heat conditions. So these events prompted the park officials to temporarily close several trails. Then they issued warnings about the dangers of hiking in high temperatures. Another case, a few months ago, hikers Bart Zankowitz and Louis Scotty were rescued in New Hampshire's White Mountains after getting lost and experiencing hypothermia like symptoms. Everyone, it's a known fact that if you start hiking very early in the morning, there usually will be several changes in the temperature, especially in fall and winter months. Now, authorities found them inadequately prepared for the adverse weather conditions because in this situation, they had rain, sleet, and snow. And in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, there have been several hiker incidents. Listen to this. Last year in July, Christopher Staff, a 70-year-old from Dorchester, Massachusetts, was found alive, thankfully, but he was missing for about 4 days. When he went to it's called the Pimingwasset Loop. So he was discovered disoriented and dehydrated, but thankfully he survived the ordeal. And last year in May 2024, the body of 63-year-old William Donovan, now he was from Cambridge, Massachusetts, he was found in the Dry River after he went missing mid-April. Interestingly enough, authorities believe that he may have been forced off the ridge by high winds and adverse weather conditions. Imagine being by yourself. It's so scary and facing these type of extreme temperatures, not knowing your fate. And a few years ago, in November 2022, a 20-year-old woman, Emily Sotelo, from Massachusetts, was found deceased on Mount Lafayette. Now, this woman, her goal was to attempt to summit all of the New Hampshire's 4,000-foot peaks. Wow. But unfortunately, she was ill prepared for the weather conditions, and this contributed to her tragic passing. Everyone, we need to be a lot more careful. There are so many factors: drastic temperature, freezing cold, raging storms, rolling boulders even, etc. Wild animals, serial unalivers, and they're out there. Especially, you never know who you may come across when you're hiking alone. So before you go on a hike,